October 25th, 1854. The morning was cold and quiet. Then, a single misunderstood order changed history forever. During the Crimean War, British cavalry waited in a valley surrounded by Russian artillery. Somewhere between commanders, a message was delivered. The order was simple: advance. But it was unclear which guns were meant to be attacked. By the time the order reached the cavalry commander, the mistake had already been made. About 600 horsemen of the Light Brigade lined up for the assault. Ahead of them stretched nearly a mile of open ground. Russian cannons stood directly in front. More artillery waited on both sides. It was a deadly crossfire. Many officers knew the charge made little tactical sense, but in the British Army of the time, orders were expected to be obeyed. The bugle sounded. The horses surged forward. At first, only the thunder of hooves echoed through the valley. Then, the Russian guns opened fire. Solid cannonballs tore through the charging ranks. Exploding shells threw horses and riders into the air. Smoke filled the valley. Still, they kept riding. The survivors galloped through walls of iron and fire until they reached the Russian artillery. They fought hand to hand among the cannon positions with sabers against bayonets. But they could not hold. Outnumbered and surrounded, the brigade turned back. The return journey was even worse. The same artillery that had fired as they advanced now struck them as they retreated. In just a few minutes, the valley was covered with fallen horses, shattered equipment, and wounded men. Nearly half the brigade was killed, wounded, or captured. Military historians still debate exactly how the fatal misunderstanding occurred. But the courage of the riders became legendary. British poet Alfred, Lord Tennyson, later immortalized them with the famous line, "Theirs not to reason why, theirs but to do and die." The charge of the Light Brigade became a lasting symbol of bravery and a reminder that even the most courageous soldiers can pay the price for flawed decisions. Because sometimes, history's greatest tragedies are not born from cowardice, but from a single misunderstood command.